What's good, people? This is Uncle Hotep Hour. I'm starting off a stream, man. I got to stream it. I've been saying I was going to start a stream. I'm messing up, bro. Anyway, I said I was going to start a stream, and I don't have an idea what I'm doing as far as this, like a show. You know what I mean? But I was like, I'm sitting here watching the Cavaliers beat the Lakers. And hey, I might as well get it in. But anyway, I want to talk about some events that happened today. And recently, as you can see, I got my presidential hat on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's that Pence. That's that VP. That's that President Trump. You know what I mean? Scully. I do have the heat on, but it's kind of chilly in here, man. It's cold, man. It got snowed out today and everything. Listen. Thanks. What's up, people? Yeah, the Cavs are winning. Listen, I gotta talk about Barkley, man, because Barkley, I just made a video about how Barkley was getting on LeVar Ball, and I didn't like that, and he shouldn't have said that. Now, Barkley's been in the news because he went down Alabama. You know what I mean? He kissed some babies, he shook some hands, and he helped Doug Moore win the election. I'm in Pennsylvania, by the way. And it's snowing. It snowed yesterday. I think it's going to snow again tonight. But it's been cold. It got cold. Oh, Reading. Yo, I used to be in Reading a lot, man. What's it? Kurt's house? I used to be up in the Kurt's house, man, on Penn Street. Like almost every day. Like not every day, but like a lot. I used to live up in Sinking Springs and Wyomissing, I think. In Mount Penn and Sinking Springs. No, I am not an Eagle fan. I'm a Bronco fan. I do watch the Eagle. I haven't watched much football this year. I only watched like I think a half a game of one Eagle game. I'm a Bronco fan since I was a kid. You know what I mean? John Elway, The Drive, and everything else. But I'm not an Eagle fan. But I used to watch. I used to watch them a lot when McNabb was there. And I just haven't watched. I don't have time, man. I got a daughter, and I got other stuff to do. It's not like I wasn't taking a boycott because of. I'm not. Yeah, the Broncos are on right now. I'm not even watching it. I'm only watching the basketball because I'm playing DFS. You know what I mean? I'm trying to pay attention to the scores. I actually won $2,000 earlier this week. You know what I mean? So that was my first DFS win. You know what I mean? GPP win. 109, 102 Cavs. But yeah, back to Barkley. And since now he came on, he was on TNT tonight. I guess this game is on TNT. I'm streaming it, so I don't know what the hell is going on TV. I don't got the cable. So he's offering the people black women of Alabama, because there's this stick that the black woman saved Alabama from Roy Moore. The black woman voted. I don't know, because there was 97% black women went down to vote for the bull. So Barkley tonight went on and said he's going to give $1 million a startup to black women. But he said it can't be no hair salons and it can't be no restaurants, no fish fry. He don't want no fish fries, no chicken grease, no brain salon. And people were mad. Yo, what's up, 50 caliber? But I don't know why are people mad about that? You know what I'm saying? Are you saying that Black women can't do tech startups. You know what I mean? People say, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with a hair salon in a restaurant." Well, like, there's enough. You go to any hood in America, you will have enough. There's no shortage of hair salons. There's no shortage of chicken shops. There's no shortage of rib joints. There ain't no shortage there. You find one in every neighborhood. You know what I mean? This is where, Black America has to diversify and do different things. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta stop making mixtapes and being rappers. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. Yeah, they are. Yeah, my Sixers, man. I actually, the only thing sports I do watch is basketball, and I follow my Sixers, the Sixers. You know what I mean? I got to get down to a game this year, man. I got to. But the tickets prices went sky high, man. The process, you know what I'm saying? They're a few years away. They're like, it's hard watching it because they're really not a championship caliber team. They make mistakes. Are they close to having championship caliber talent? Yeah, but they make too many mistakes and they're missing some clutch players. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. And Fultz is Mr. Yips. Like, how you spend all your life playing basketball, and then all of a sudden you say your shoulder got out. I swear to God, Fultz, man, I don't know, man. He must have been masturbating and was like, and hurt his shooting shoulder. I don't know what happened to him, man. Some people say it's the yips, man, but I don't know. Yo, what's up, Greg? My boy, Dog Time in the building. What's going on, man? Um, yeah, the Eagles, man. I don't know, man. I was getting nervous. The Eagle haters. In the Delaware Valley, the tri-state area, there's Eagles fans and there's non-Eagles fans. You know what I'm saying? And and the Eagles, the non-Eagles fans, the Eagle haters. You know what I mean? I would say I'm one of them. You know what I mean? Um, People were like, I was getting nervous. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh what the heck? You know what I mean? I swear the Eagles was going through it because Wentz was out there looking sharp. I was like, this guy look like Elway out here. I'm like, oh no, these Eagle fans are gonna be ridiculous. He got hurt. I mean, I hate to see somebody get hurt, but we'll see if Foles can do it, man. They should have the defense to at least get to the NFC. If they don't make it to the NFC Championship game, they suspect, man. I don't think they was going to do it anyway. But they should make it with Foles to the NFC Championship game, I think. I don't know, man. I think Lonzo's going to be all right. Lonzo's going to be all right. Like, it's going to take him a while to get his offense together. But you can see, like, I just watching this game. He grabbed the rebound. I swear, in the same motion, took and turned around and threw it the length of the court. And I think it was Larry Nance grabbed the ball and laid it up. That's a special type of skill. You know what I'm saying? He'll be okay. He'll be it probably like take him like 3-4 years. You gotta understand, not everybody comes in the league and is balling straight from the rip. You know what I'm saying? It usually takes some NBA players a few years to get it together. And I don't think he and Lonzo is included in that. Oh, I got one right now, and I got one on the way in March. Yeah, I got knock on wood, another girl coming in March, so that'll be 2 for Uncle Hotep, and I guess that's going to be it. I'm not I'm not trying for well, I never say never. I'm not getting snipped. I'll tell you that much right now. But yeah, I've got another one in March. So I'm excited. We'll see. I got kind of used to it now. I was thinking, I was like, oh, baby. I was looking at another. Where was I at tonight? Oh yeah, I took my daughter to dance class, and I seen a little. Some other parent had a little kid there, and I was like, man, I'm gonna go through all that again. Oh, why I got two child seats? Occasionally, my daughter's cousins because they go to the same daycare. That's why I got a couple of child seats. What's up, Andre? Yeah, thank you, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, Celtics are good, Andre, man. Kyrie's Kyrie's did the door just fly open? Is, is that what happened? Yeah, Kyrie's good, man. I think Celtics are going to be there, but I think Cleveland is they're playing sharp, you know what I mean? So I mean it looks like Cleveland it's going to be between Cleveland and Boston. Um, but you can't believe that out. You can't count you can't count LeBron out. He's playing like his best ball, you know what I mean? The struggle act is a 2000 and I think it's a 2000. It's a 2005. I don't know what that was. It might have been a cat, the bum ass cats that they got. I don't know. It's a Cadillac. It's a DeVille. No, I'm not dressing these cats up for Christmas, man. I never had a cat in my life, man. Never, ever had a cat in my life. This girl loves some cats. Then they finessed me into, and they got another cat for Jade for her birthday. So now I'm running around here with two cats. Like, damn, LeBron fell into the goddamn. He dunked on ball and just fell into the first row. He elbowed a lady right in the face. Jeez, oh man. Cats like Tylenol. I'm not giving no cats no Tylenol. You want me to kill my cats? Jose asked, I don't know, man. I think they'll only take Trump out he doesn't do what the powers that be, the bankers and everybody else want him to do. You know what I'm saying? Um, the Syria thing is over with. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what they got next, what war they got next going down the pipe. But I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna take him out, man. I think they'll just go run these spectacles. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't think he's. I don't think he's gonna get taken out by the CIA unless he tries to take them out. Then it's on and popping. The brackets. Yes. Well. Yeah, the CIA did take out JFK, but JFK was trying to. There was a nuclear facility he was trying to shut down. And that's what happened with that. But people talk about the Federal Reserve he's trying to shut down. I'm not sure about that. If you want to learn about JFK, look up Ryan Dawson on YouTube. He's a pretty good guy on it. Thanks, Joseph. This is my first show, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is my first show. I guess I'm gonna do it on Thursdays. I don't know. I'm gonna do a weekly show as long as well as my videos. I wanted to do it. I guess I talked about Barkley in the beginning. I guess I'll just do a ramble. I don't know, whatever happens and whatever we all want to talk about. You know what I mean? Yeah, they are. And yo, hold on, dog time. I'm trying to. I haven't forgot about that song you want me to put up. I gotta find the hard drive because I think we got them songs on there, and I'll put some up. Um, yeah, I don't like Jared, man. I don't like Jared at all. Hold on. No, I was in the military. Hill the best, Hill the beast. You know what I mean? A lot of people say there's no place for a black man in the military. I mean, I don't know about all that. My dad was in the military. I was in the. My dad was in I was in. My uncle was in. My uncle was in the Navy, I think, but he died. He ended up drowning. They say he killed. They killed him. Um, I swear to God, I'll be honest with you. Me going to the Air Force, that turned out my life. You know what I mean? I come from a broken home. We're poor, but you know what I mean. There was a lot of domestic issues in there. You know what I mean? And I didn't have the greatest discipline like coming out of high school. Um, so I went to college for a bit and didn't do too well. I mean, it wasn't like it was hard. I mean, I just didn't have the discipline and the know with all. You know what I mean? So you know, I remember my mom got on me one day, telling me to get my life together. She gonna put me out. Right? So I remember I took a long ass walk. I'm from Westchester. Took this long ass walk to the military recruiter, right? Because at first I was going to go in the Marines, but then I changed my mind. This was when the Iraq War, just the first war. You know, I'm old enough to the first Iraq War. You know what I mean? That was just about to jump off. Then I changed my mind. I was just going to go to school. So then um, I think this one dude I knew was talking about the Air Force. I went down there, talked about them, and I signed up. And I went down to San Antonio, and a lot of people joke about the Air Force is like they call it the chair force. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. It was enough discipline I learned. You know what I mean? It's a definite shock. You know what I mean? I tell you that. I think it was senior airman or something like that. Am I right? Because I got out and I went in the military. I mean, I did active duty. I went to Germany, Italy. You know what I mean? Saudi Arabia. I was in the Riyadh, out in that heat. You know. Um, oh, you currently in the Air Force yourself? That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. But they said he could swim, man. I never met him to be honest with you. The uncle that had passed away. That was my dad's brother. Um, but yeah, the Air Force changed my life, man, and that stuck with me. You know what I mean? And I'm glad. I appreciate it. I'm glad I went in. You know what I mean? I would never talk bad or suggest somebody will say to a black person, the military is not for you. It's military is whatever you want to make out of it. But you got to understand when them folks in them when them big buildings and when them bankers want to make a war or something like it, hey, you sign that contract, you better take your behind over there and get on that front line. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that in mind. If you keep that in mind, then yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But it's different for different people. You know what I mean? I didn't join for like nowadays. It's like all about people say patriotism and stuff like that. No, I didn't join for all that, man. I joined out to get my head right. You know what I'm saying? And help me. You know, a lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like, man, they don't know what to do with their lives. They just got out of school. You know, I mean, I was in there. Matter of fact, I went to Air Force, and this guy was like, I think he was at 39, 40, man. He said, I'm like, what? He said, and he signed in for 6 years. He said he knew he didn't have no choice. He was like, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and do these 20 years. I should have stayed in, man. To be honest with you, I'd have been done by now. Yeah, man, Saudi Arabia wasn't that bad. Yeah, I guess I'm from Exton, Pennsylvania, Exton or Westchester, whatever you want to call it. Um, I went to high school in Westchester, but I'm originally from Exton, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Let me finish with yeah. So a lot of people were killing Barkley for what he's saying about salute hair salons and stuff like that. Yeah, and I mean, and And a lot of I made a tweet. And I was like, "Yo, y'all really saying that black women can't do IT startups?" And then people were saying, like a couple of brothers was like, "Yeah, well, is he? They're not wrong, are they?" I'm like, "Yes, they're wrong." You understand? Some of these IT startups, you just have to have the idea. If Barkley was getting that $1 million, sorry, and say he gets a couple other people to put in on it, and you get some of the funding for that, you just have to have the idea, and you can just hire. You like, hey, you can call up Abib and them, or call up the Patels and say, hey man, I got this idea. And can you code this for me? And you just pay them the money, and then you got your startup. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily have to have the IT skills to code it or to do whatever, have the infrastructure, whatever. I mean, you just have if you have the idea, you can pay. You can take the money from Chuck, and you can give it to the Patels, and they can code it, and then you can get it done. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't know, man. But it's like, and the thing with Omarosa, you know what I mean? Omarosa's a nice looking woman, you know what I mean? And people are happy that she got fired, whatever, resigned, whatever. She got on Good Morning America and said she resigned. You know, Robin Roberts told her to say bye, Felicia. You know what I mean? I thought Robin Roberts, well, you understand. You could put on that TV. You could put on that one-eyed idiot box or that one-eyed J box. You better do what them directors tell you to do. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. It's like people want to be mad about everything. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna sit here and clap that a person resigned. You know what I'm saying? People have taken this hate Trump thing to a new level, man. It's like I never seen anything in my life, man. Like we sit there, had Hillary Clinton call black folks super predators, and y'all sit there and went right there, right back and voted for it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all sit there and Bill Clinton sent black folks to jail in record numbers, and y'all didn't say a damn thing. And and y'all gonna try to make me believe that Trump is the demigod or whatever like that. Trump ain't gonna stop my money. You know what I mean? This is what black folks should be talking about. It's like if whoever's in the White House, you still have to get money. You still have to work. You still have to feed your kids. You still got to do all these things. He's not going to stop that. I want my tax cut. I'm praying for them tax. Give me them extra shillings every month. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? An extra 100 a paycheck for me will do. I'm like, oh, give me that. You know, I can make work. I can make that work. You know what I'm saying? I can't. It's ridiculous with these people. It's like the Trump economy. The Trump economy of dissing him. If you diss him so much on there, you get people will start loving you and stuff like that. It's crazy, man. I'm like, I'm not cheering another black folks first person losing their job. You know what I mean? And you know, it's just what it is, man. And I'm not. And we're too petty. Black folks is too petty. I'm sick of it. It's petty has become a cool thing for Black America, and that's like I don't get that at all, man. I'm like it's crazy. You know what? I have this guy said he don't like Islam. I don't have a problem with Islam, to be honest with you. I went to Saudi Arabia. You know what? The one thing I'll take back when I went to Saudi Arabia, because you know that they have the prayer times, right? Um, like we would work 12-hour shifts, right? And like I was lucky, I worked the night shift, so I wasn't really out in the heat, right? So some days on the days off, I think we worked 3 on, 3 off, or something like that. Yeah. So the days off, we would go down to Riyadh in town. They was driving all crazy. Look, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I'm glad I ain't driving. Them fools can't drive a lick. All the taxis were Mercedes Benzes and stuff like that. But you could go down to the bazaars and stuff like that, and they had different sections for like the KFC. They had a women's section. It was all drawn off. You couldn't even look in there. I'm like, whoa. But the reason I respect I respect Islam because when it was prayer time, everybody closed up their doors, they closed up their shops. You wouldn't see nobody on the streets. I'm coming from the West, where you can't even get people to go to church on Sunday. So I'm like, this happens 5 times a day, and y'all I'm telling you, it was a ghost town. When it's prayer time, you don't see nobody. Nobody. You be like, where's everybody go? They going. They went to prayer, man. I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? And I don't know. The only thing what I really want to say is they practice what they preach. In the West. I mean, people feel what they want about religions. I'm not. I'm not the biggest religious person. I do think it has a place in society. I'm not the Uncle Hotep atheist or whatever like that. But they practice what they preach, and out here, in the West, in America, people say they Christian or whatever, and they not. They don't practice what they preach. So it's a big thing. Yeah, Jesus, they did kill the Christianity in the West. You know what I mean? The one thing you gotta and Mike Cernovich said this, one day, and I know a lot of people call him cuck, whatever, don't like him. I don't have a problem with it. He actually put me in his movie. I appreciate that. But he said one thing one day, because they were saying that the brackets put out pornography and they're killing the Western women. They're changing, what I mean? They're what's the word for it? Degenerate. They're pushing degenerate culture. Well, he's like, man, well, you shouldn't be watching. I mean, why? Nobody's forcing you to watch it. Like, nobody's forcing y'all to watch television. And a lot of the degeneracy is coming from the let's put pornography to the side. The television, like the normal, like the regular TV shows, is where they're shifting the culture at. You just got to turn the TV off. You know what I mean? I watch TV occasionally. I watch Netflix. I think I watch Blackish. I watch Fresh Off the Boat. And I don't know. You know what? Being an American is almost a religion. But I don't really watch too much TV. I watch whatever basketball I watch. Like, I'm about to watch this Mavericks Golden State Warrior game. But you got to turn the TV off, man. It's not good for you. You know what I mean? Or if you're gonna watch TV, make sure. My dad told me, if you're gonna watch something, make sure it's constructive. You know what I mean? Don't watch anything like that's not constructive to your brain. You can learn a lot by watching television, or you can be a vegetable. You know what I mean? Try not to watch these shows that just degenerate. You got to understand that's how they try to propaganda across. A lot of it's propaganda, and even with Blackish. I wish I had a water bottle. Oh, here. Even with Blackish, you know what I mean? Now they're starting to cover. Last season they had Black Lives Matter in there. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I mean, they had all the police things. They were covering the Trump thing. I'll never forget the episode they had after Trump won. It was crazy, man. I was like, this is crazy, man. It's like, and even if you look at like, what's that New York crime show that does the sexual crimes? What is that called again? You know what I'm talking about? Somebody watch it. It's like been on for like ever. It's been on for like SUV. Yeah, that's right. when I started seeing that, because I didn't listen. I just only started watching SUVU. This girl I used to date back a couple of years ago was what used to watch that. That's the first time I watched it. I'm like, that's not that bad. You know what I mean? Then this she watches it. So I started watching some of these seasons. I went back and watched it like from the beginning all the way through, right? And now they're starting to do the anything that happens in mainstream, like in current events, they start putting it in the show. I'm like, they're trying to will your opinion to how they want it. You got to be careful about that. If your third eye is open, you can see it. But if your third eye ain't open, you can't see that stuff. It's terrible. I don't know. I never been to Iran, man. I don't know if they're atheists. I don't think they are. You know, I thought they're pretty religious. You know what I mean? But I'd almost rather be allies with Iran than Saudi Arabia. But that's a whole different story. Yeah, it was good. SUV was good. What was that? What was the guy that had Chandler or something like that? Or I'm getting these shows mixed up. The one dude, he used to bust people upside the head all the time, man. But he stopped going to the show. Oh yeah, that guy that got shot in the hallway. That was in Arizona, man. That was terrible, man. Like, I guess that cop isn't. I guess he isn't a cop anymore, but that was terrible. That was terrible. I was gonna do a video on that. That was just terrible. Like, and you got another thing about that's one of the things wrong in this country. You know what I mean? There's too much of a cop culture. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some people like their family was cops, their mom was cops, their dad was cops. They want to be a cop at all costs. And sometimes I think they have these tests. You know what I mean? To make be police officers. But see, you understand the brackets is smart. You can make a test to get a certain individual into a certain profession. You know what I mean? Just like these teachers. Why do you think all these teachers is sleeping with these kids? They already figured out how to get these teachers that want to have sex with kids. They already got them out, how they figured out how to get them into do the test, because you got to pass the test to be a teacher certification. Now you would think they make the test so they would eliminate the people that would sleep with the boys, little boys. No, that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? And I think somewhat that's what they want in these police officers. They should be able to eliminate some of these jokers from the test. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy was saying, they were telling the guy, cross your right leg over your left leg, and push yourself up from the ground. You know what I mean? It was like Simon Says. I'm like, what are you talking about? And the guys, you saw it. I don't know. I don't know if it was a jury trial or a judge trial. You can see his pants was falling out, and he was reaching back to pull his pants up. Like, if the guy's on the ground, I almost tried to be a cop. I had to hook up. I forgot to go to the test. My dad killed me for it all the time. I had to hook up. He was like, "Yeah, I had to hook you. You didn't go." Because I was Air Force, I was Special Forces. I went to, and I was a CO for a time, but that was before I got in the computer world. But man, I'd have just walked up to him and put the handcuffs on him. He was out there. He was obviously inebriated. You know what I mean? It's just like sometimes you gotta, if you get into those jobs, man, sometimes you gotta put your hard hat on and just go bust some chops. I don't know. I was coming up, man. The cops will fight you. They ain't fighting no cops. Ain't fighting nobody no more, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, he should have let them pants fall, man. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But like, how are you having a shooting? Wouldn't the cop have an AR-15 or something like that? They shot him like 5 times. Like, come on, man. police do have to be revamped in America. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? This is without question. You know what I mean? The training they need is better. You know what I mean? They go over to Tel Aviv and learn how to train. They learn learn how to kill people. You know what I mean? So I mean that's one of the biggest reasons. If you check out if you read it though, if you do research, there's a lot of that going on. They go over to Tel Aviv and learn how to be police officers. And that's what you get. Yeah, Elliot Stabler. Yeah, when Stabler was on it, that show was popping. But you know what I mean. But now it's just corny, man. It's I can't even watch it. Like it's all the new episodes. I don't mess with it. I don't mess with it at all. Yeah, they might have lowered the standards to the ladies get in. You know what I mean? Which is a shame, man. Because there's plenty of ladies that are women that are. Well, I wouldn't say plenty, but there are women that are qualified to do some jobs like that. I mean, you don't have to lower the standards. You know, keep the standards the same. When did I suspect Spencer was the feds? It's been a minute. You know what? You know what did it for me? When he started being on mainstream television. You know, you can't have it both ways here. Like if they're saying white supremacy is bad, this is whatever, white nationalism bad. Then on the same token, you're going to set up Charles Barkley and him to have an interview on mainstream television. Like, and like, you got to understand, they won't put me on mainstream television. I'll tell you that right now. So the only people they put up on mainstream television is people they can trust. You know what I'm saying? They don't put just anybody up there. And the fact he kept getting put on mainstream television, he kept being pushed to the forefront, just like Lunder Sarsour or whatever her name is, aka allegedly a Palestinian, who just had a tweet the other day. I want to thank God bless my Jewish family for Hanukkah. It's like all them people is feds, man. Feds. They feds, man. Spencer's feds. You know what I mean? It's just like, and it's, you got to practice D-Ray feds. Yeah, but I don't want to call Barkley a coon. You know what I mean? Um, Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? And he's got some good qualities and bad qualities. Like I said, I just made a video about him saying about LeVar Ball. I'm like, yo, man, you can't say that, man. He's wrong. But like tonight, he's offering $1 million. He's going to give $1 million to black women's tech startups, and like you got to give him props for that. Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're not going to put. They're not going to. Hey, thanks for ski the dessert. Thanks for the super chat donation. I greatly appreciate it. Um, Yes, that's the thing. Barkley was always critical of the Democrats. He's been that way for a while. I remember there's a meme going out there that Barkley was like, blacks been Democrats for like I don't know how long, and they still poor. He said that way back in the day. Like at his heart, he's a Republican. He's a conservative. But how things have swung. He's a classic conservative. You know what I mean? Like in the Trump era, and Trump isn't really a conservative. He's like a moderate. You know what I mean? He's Hillary's more right to the right of him, if you want to be honest. And a lot of the classic conservatives, they don't like Trump at all. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what Barkley is. Yeah, women. I mean, there's an obvious athletic difference between women and women. 50 cal. I mean, they can't keep up. You know what I mean? With the fittest of the fit. I mean, they have like college soccer team, women's soccer teams. The team, I think it was Team USA or something like that. It was playing a high school boys team, got their ass whooped. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? There will there's too much physicality difference. I don't think in mankind's history, in future, it won't ever catch up. It won't ever be even like they're trying to make it. You know, I don't know how much soy they put. They must, if unless they can put soy in every man, newborn boy. That's the only reason. That's the only way it'll be equal, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Barkley toed the line, man, but he's really to the right of Black America, to be honest with you. Now Denzel ain't gonna lose any rules for his statement. Denzel made a statement that he can't blame them. Everything starts at home. Denzel got everybody loved Denzel. You know what I mean? And they'll ignore what he said. But they'll just act like he didn't say it. You know what I mean? Um, as long as he keep his nose clean. See, he said it in a way that you know forces the onus on us. You know what I mean? He didn't say like he didn't go. He didn't, as long as he just doesn't go full pound cake speech like Cosby did, he'll be fine. And as long as he keep his nose clean, and it looks like Denzel is probably one of the few Hollywood actors that actually keeps his nose clean. You know what I mean? So he don't mess around. So it ain't really nothing they can do with him, and I think that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Plus, he's a great actor. He's probably one of the greatest actors of all time. He's any genre, whatever. You know what I mean? He's got to be in my lifetime, and he's got to be I don't know top five. He's up there with the Bacinos and the what's the other guy's name? I don't know. Who's the top actors in the current my lifetime? I don't know. I would have to say Denzel, Pacino, what's his name? Jack Nichols. You know what I mean? He's one of the goats. So Black America ain't gonna turn on him like that. I mean, they turn on Cosby because he went in a little bit too hard. You know what I'm saying? What Denzel did, he didn't go really hard on him. He just, what I mean, he just said, man, and plus he didn't. If you read what he said, the system is against you, so why would you make it easy for him? You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So Denzel will be all right. Yeah, the sweet teas. He is definitely getting tired because this isn't the first. I don't know. I think maybe he's just getting old. He's like, man, hey, I got to say something, man. I'm tired of seeing this. I think probably that's what it is. But he gets tired of it. He got tired of it. Tom Cruise, yeah. Tom Cruise was a great actor. Yeah. I don't know about Sandler. Oh, you're just kidding. Morgan Freeman, yeah. Yeah, Kamala. A lot of white Republicans sat on Roy Moore in Alabama. If you just look at the stats, man, they was like, man, I'm staying home, man. You know what I mean? They just didn't want to. They didn't feel comfortable voting for him, man. You know what I mean? Bannon got to come up with better. He shouldn't have sent him out there. I have no idea why they did that. It didn't even make sense. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They shouldn't have done that. They should if they want to have they should have had a better candidate. You know what I'm saying? That didn't make any sense at all. I was a security specialist. I think they call it security police now. When I first when it was security specialist, it was security police. Cause I mean, basically military police. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, but I know the media took out more. But if you're going to put a candidate up there, you got to know his history. And if you look at his history and say some people were saying he was sleeping with these young girls, I'm like, you got to be like, oh man, you know they're going to find it. If you can find it, you know they're going to find it. So, um, On one hand, the media did him in, but on the other hand, the Republican Party and Bannon and well, basically Bannon, it was basically Bannon's candidate. Bannon got to do better job in that. Yeah, basically security guard. I was walking around I was walking around guarding the A-10s and a bunch of dead airplanes and shit. But then they changed it because then it was like they were all together. So I did do some law enforcement when I was over there too, especially when I went down to Georgia. Yeah, yeah. I was remember. I was. They used to make people walk around count rivets. They used to make people walk around. This is kind of messed up, man. They used to make people walk around an airplane like F-16. You just walk around there for 8 hours. They get you a stool. You be sitting out there. I sat on a stool. Matter of fact, I remember those days. I used to sit out on a stool out front of a goddamn airplane for 8 hours. This is what they pay you to do. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy. Yeah, I wish. I mean, you know what? I wish I would have did a different MOS because you know what I mean. I could have learned something different. But I guess my planning was I wanted to be a police officer, so I did it that way. Um, you know what I mean? But I just never it never worked out for me. I just took a different direction after I worked in a jail. And, you know, I'm actually happy. You know, I mean, working in IT. I've been doing that almost. It'll be almost 20 years now. No, there's a big baller brand story in GQ. I have to check that out. I don't know about that rapper. I think LeVar Ball is he's pretty alpha male if you ask me. Trump's tax plan. I think I mentioned that earlier. We'll see when it comes out, man. You know, I think they're having a House and Senate talk about it. You know what I mean? House leaders talk about it. Um, you know, every time Republicans in the House, you get a tax cut. Well, we got a tax cut with Bush. You know, if some of y'all are old enough to remember that. You know, I think we do need tax. I still don't understand how you know people are like, no, we don't need tax cut. I'm like, you don't want your money back? I mean, some of this taxing should be illegal in the first place. You know what I mean? We should be clamoring for to get less tax. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think is that most people are gonna get a couple thousand back. You know what I mean? We'll see what happens. Some people they're saying that's not a lot. You know what I mean? And say all the rich are gonna get all the big tax breaks. I mean, if they make more money, they're getting taxed more. Then of course they're gonna get a bigger tax cut. You know what I mean? It doesn't like like I don't know what you want to say because I think the first 24,000 you're not gonna get taxed on or something like that. You know what I mean? Hey, I can't wait. I hope it comes in. I mean, isn't he supposed to get it done by Christmas? I think they're trying to get that done sooner than later. You know what I mean? We got free $200. Yeah, because I remember with the Bush Junior, I thought I got like $400 or something like that. I thought I got it like twice. I believe. Who's Peter Strzok? Is that the FBI agent, Peter Strzok? Because like there's, you know, the FBI agents were like, how are you being anti? That's another thing. I'm like, how are you FBI agent? And you're like, you're anti-Trump or pro-Hillary. I'm like, if you're FBI agent, that's the last thing you should be doing is being political. I'm like, I don't understand that at all. Like the FBI and the CIA, man, it's like more particularly the CIA, but man, there's got to be branches in the FBI that are like they have too much control of this country, man. It's just like y'all are doing too much, man. It's ridiculous. Yeah, they're totally corrupt, man. How you not get zero checks from Bush? Everybody got a check from Bush, man. No, I don't think that neutrality is going to hurt YouTubers. Like if they just go back to where it was in 2015, like people were doing the same stuff, man. You know what I mean? How is it going to hurt YouTubers? Like they're hurting now. YouTube is bending people over right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like so with net neutrality. You know what I'm saying? So why? Um, what difference is it going to make? Thank you to Cranium for the donation. I greatly appreciate it. But man, it's like we're already getting screwed. You know what I mean? Um, I remember I first started. I've been only been YouTubing for like 2 years. You know what I mean? Just a little over 2 years. I'll get to that question, Andre. Um, but I remember this was before that PewDiePie incident. I started making a little bit of dough. Like it wasn't nothing major, but it was like gas money or for the month. You know, what I mean, it was approaching mortgage money. I was like, whoa. Then PewDiePie ran his mouth, and I'm like, now I started making like $100 a month for a minute. You know what I mean? One a couple months, because I think you got to get 100 a month before you can before they send you something. And that was a couple months. I didn't get nothing. A month I didn't get nothing. I was like, damn. But now it's starting to be normal like it was before. You just gotta put your time in. You know what I mean? Um, Andre asked me, was 9/11 an inside job? Of course it was, man. Like, come on, man. That's an easy one. But it's a shame. I hate to laugh at that. I actually went to high school. A guy that died in the tower. Kevin Marlowe. He died he was in the World Trade Center that day. Um, who did it? I don't know. You can say brackets, Lizard Man, Illuminati, you know, Saudis. Well, I don't know who did it, but I know one thing. It wasn't what they said it was. That everybody should know that. I mean, that's obvious. And if you listen to Jaden Smith's album, Sire, and I was surprised. It's a really good album. He has one song. He said Building 7 was never a hit. What I mean? And it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what's shocking to me. I'm like, how did they get? You know what I mean? See, that's the thing about you only have to fool the majority of people. You know what I'm saying? If you tell a big enough lie, a lot of people will believe it. And I was working at that time at this office, and I straight up said it. I was like, they did it. I was like, I mean, I was the only black in the IT section, right? It was this boy. It was an Indian boy of me, and now I think this got before he got here. I'll check that out, Sofa King. Um, this Indian boy was there, but it was me, and I think it was three white guys, and it was just right after 9/11. I was talking about it. I was like, man, my theory is, I was like, they remote controlled them planes in them buildings, right? I was like, I don't believe it. They wouldn't believe. They were like, no, man, they couldn't. You know what the thing was? They couldn't believe the U.S. government would kill their own people. I'm like, are y'all serious? See, that's where being black, the government will kill its own people. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of that's how they got that over. I think a lot of people didn't expect, don't want to come to grips to think that uh, the United States government would do something like that. You ask any, you ask any reasonable minded black person, they'll tell you, yeah, okay. I like Dunkin', man. Angel. Usually I like Dunkin'. I don't. I try. I just started drinking coffee again. I haven't drank it in a minute, but I started drinking coffee again. I like what's it called? Pumpkins. Hazelnut. Hazelnut. Hazelnut's probably my favorite coffee. I don't think the Earth is flat. I don't think the Earth is flat. Would it surprise me? Like, would I be totally shocked that Earth is flat? Yes, I would be totally shocked. But would I break down and like, oh my God, and like, no, I'm like, damn, I'm like, I would be, my reaction would be like, they lied about that too. You know what I'm saying? Do I think we went to the moon? No, absolutely not. I don't care what y'all can tell me. We didn't go to the moon that time. Maybe we went later or with robots, but that stuff that was in a goddamn. That was what's his name? Yeah, I like Rand Paul. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Who's the filmmaker they say did the moon landing? I can't remember the director. God damn, they killed him. He did Eyes Wide Shut, I think. Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, that's right. I think that I believe that. I believe that Stanley Kubrick did that stuff. I don't know anything about anarcho communism. Send me a link, please. You can email it to me. It's I don't know if Lawrence Southern is a bracket. It seemed to be a thought war or something like that. The thought, I don't know, because people were getting on Lawrence Southern for not being a traditionalist or whatever, not having kids. Um, and that's the thing, man. If like a lot of people crying about like white genocide and stuff like that, I mean, the answer to white genocide is having children. You know what I mean? I understand trying to stop illegal immigration. Yeah, that's part of it too. But the other part of it, you have to start making babies, man. You can't check out of society like that. I had baby late in life, but that's just how it went down. You know what I mean? And for men, it's a little different. You know what I mean? Men can have babies. I mean, they be 56 years old. I mean, it'll make no difference. But um, but women, they have that clock. You know what I mean? So um, they gotta start having babies. If they're see the alt right is kind of right. You know what I mean with that. But on the other hand, if Lauren hasn't met anyone that she feels worthy of it, then what do you want her to do? Just settle down with anybody? I mean, you can't let her talk like that. I don't know about Laura Loomer. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people that just come out of the woodwork, man. Like I don't know. She was doing good work on Las Vegas, but they shut that down. But I haven't seen her talk about it. Yeah, Edek, I talked about Omarosa earlier. She's, I mean, she just resigned, man. I mean, like Bannon left after a year. You know what I mean? I don't know if they fired her or not. I don't believe that she was out there running her mouth and it was an argument and stuff like that. I think her and Kelly had some differences, and they probably said, "Hey, it's probably best for me to leave." I don't believe that she ran up. She tried to run back up in the White House and all that other crazy crap. I'm like, come on, man. Nobody believe that crap, man. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, nobody's talking about Las Vegas. I mean, that's another thing. I think all these sexual harassment things is because of Vegas. I swear to you. Because if you look at it, all that stuff came out right after Vegas. That's when they put Weinstein to the coals and they just start running with it. They still running with it. People have forgot all about Las Vegas. Nobody talks about it. And you know what? Nobody talks about Charlotte either. Like I'm waiting for has that guy even went to court yet? The guy who ran the people over? What happened to that? I haven't seen one word about that. Not one. Yeah, it's the Sandy Hook. Sofa King. I made a video about that. If you check my channel, I made a video on the Sandy Hook's anniversary today. See, Titanium. You have to understand. This is my opinion. They have multiple uses for multiple events. You know what I mean? For an event. You know what I mean? They can use it to take down Trump, and they can use it to cover their ass on Las Vegas. You know what I mean? You gotta understand when they pull this stuff off, they always have multiple. They always they maximize they maximize everything on these events, these false flags, whatever you want to call them. Like if you talk about the Iraq, if you talk about Syria, let's just talk. I'll talk Syria. I'm about to get off in a few minutes. It's been an hour. If you, sorry, fellas, people, men and women. I don't know. I don't want to misogyn us, but if you talk about Syria, Syria was multiple things. You have like the greater the Yunan plan. You have Europe. You know what I'm saying? You have that pipeline. You know what I mean? The immigration to Europe by wouldn't have happened was man because a lot of those people were refugees. They made them refugees so they could flood Europe. That's part of it. You know what I'm saying? And for the expansion of our greatest ally, that's another part of it. And to run a pipeline from Saudi to Europe, a gas line, that's another one. So that's three things they did with that. But it's flopping. But you know what I'm saying? Oh, Hannity did broadcast from. I didn't. I gotta check that out. I did. I gotta check that out. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna do this. I guess I'm gonna do it Thursday. I'm gonna do Uncle Hotep Hour. Yes, I hope. Hey man, Tooth Roos, they're running with Nick Foles. But anyway, thank you, thank everybody. No, I have not. Oh, I think I did see that. I did see that. Yeah, that's a video online, I believe. Yeah, I did see that for Bubblegum. That's a pretty good video. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Be back next week. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that donated super chat. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you for listening. It's Uncle Hotep Hour. Peace.